Okay,
What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today we're gonna be looking at a new spot. It's gonna be 40 big blind under the gun versus hijack. And we wanna look at the overall flop strategy. So it's gonna look a lot like this. Um. oop, I broke it.
Louis, sorry. I wrote, hello, Louis sent me here, and now I want an invitation code or discount or what?
No, just ask him for access.
Because it's still in beta, it's not.
Give him like your Gmail. So for out of position on the flop, this is gonna be the overall under the gun betting strategy across all boards. So this is one way we break down textures, basically. So ace high connected, ace high with a flush draw, the ace with XX. But we also started to look at just ace highs as a whole. So if you look at ace high as a whole, like the under the gun is overall not really betting very much. So if we look at king eye boards are a lot better already. So we mostly bet king eye boards, whereas we mostly check ace high boards. So we figure out a couple of key cards there. I think the key cards are gonna be the king, followed by the jack, and I'm guessing the 10 is also really good. So
I wonder why the queen is not good then.
40 big blind, hijack versus, no, it's under the gun versus hijack. Key cards. King, jack, and 10. Somehow the ace and the queen are not that good.
Yeah, the ace I can understand. The hijack calls with a lot of ace X, of course.
Okay, so whenever the board comes 9 high, we check like 70% of the time. Okay,
Don't have offsuit nines, so
so the strategy whenever it comes 9 high is really easy, actually. So
big or check.
9 high or lower boards, we are either checking 70% of the time or more, or 70% of the time plus. Where's the plus? Or betting big.
Up to pot.
So
Real low ones.
pot size.
Yeah, only the real low ones. So the rest is 65%. Mostly. Or not?
No.
Let's see. No, the 150 is 0%, so there's not 150 betting. So the pot size frequency is the highest.
So pot size. Alright, so that's easy. We check or we bet the pot. I like that. We size up on a jack or a 10 a lot. Okay. Alright. So this is the under the gun strategy based on high cards. And this is gonna be the hijack strategy. We also have like the overall checking frequency. We check 56% of the time here. We mostly bet on king, jack, and 10. And then here, in position is checking a lot. So usually overview reports for imposition are not as telling because imposition is all very often just range betting. But as we see here, we don't range bet as much on Whenever it's an ace or a king high board. Even like jack high is not that good, not that good.
Yeah, but we are calling here, so we are not opening. If you are opening and then get called in small big blind, then we range bet almost, but not in this kind of situations. But also on ace high boards, we bet bigger normally. Don't bet a lot, but we bet bigger.
Yeah.
It's also a trend. If you don't bet like more than 40% of the time, then you get bet bigger.
Okay, and like,
Yeah, you can say it goes down to 40% for 2 high boards or 3 high boards or something like that. It's almost a straight line, huh? Going down.
okay, so that's gonna be in position. Okay.
Button is the most spot.
Let's look a little bit further into the out of position strategy now. It should start with monotone boards. Dry,
That's
two-tone.
good.
Okay,
I have dry and dry two-tone. I have
dry.
because someone sometimes they ask, what about two-tone boards? Yes, the same.
So the king eye is still the best, followed by the jack and the 10. So we still have our 3K cards here. Whether it's a dry board or
But we
A
bet more on
two-tone-
dry boards. It seems.
a two-tone board. Okay, this is monotone. We check a lot. So we mostly check, we check 75% of the time on monotone boards. And the 25% must be when we have good cards of the suit.
I think in the overview it was 65. So the overview.
The overview again. These are pair board.
Similar.
When the king is paired, it's amazing. When the jack is paired, is amazing. When the 10 is paired, it's amazing. When the queen is paired, it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's really
Maybe
bad.
Yeah, should I think look at the range of the hijack. There
So-
should be more queens in it.
Come on.
No. Or worse. Is the queen. Across all textures. So the king, the jack, and the 10 are still amazing. On pair board, we seem to be sizing up a lot.
Yes. Yeah, but we saw it also in the overview that we size up a lot on the low boards. But even on the paired boards, even more, I think, indeed. True.
On low pair boards, we like to size up a lot. So do we see a pattern on like at which we use bigger sizes?
Yeah, 8 and lower is almost only big betting, huh?
Ah, there we go.
So, and you could say Jack to 10 is 50% big, and or it's, I say that, evenly divided almost. And it's actually the paired card here, huh? So.
And then what could we say about high pair boards? Not much.
Yeah, it's the same as the what you said before. The king, the jack, and the 10 are especially good for us.
Yeah.
And the ace and the queen are worse, and the queen is the worst. But that's the same. If you look at that, you see that the paired boards are following the overview almost, only betting bigger on the low cards, more big.
Okay. That's for pair on straight boards now.
Wow, see that amount of checks on low boards. Oh, wait a minute. We don't have low cards from under the gun almost. But hijack has, of course, suited connectors probably. So he has 2 pair and that kind of stuff. And a lot of draws, of course. I think on the straight boards we don't have a nut advantage. On the dry boards we have a nut advantage.
Another clear pattern here. Straight draw.
Doesn't hijack call suited connectors on the? That's maybe so. I don't know. Let's see. Hijack. Versus race. With gun. Yeah, it's no suited connectors, true. It's then the problem.
So the calling range is really, really condensed. It's a bit. It's very
Sure,
strong.
no suited connectors for the hijack, so it's only sets then. You can have.
And straight draw.
Ah, we bet
Yeah.
again.
He's gonna have
Again, king-
lots of sets and lots of if he doesn't have a set, it's gonna give him a lot of straight draws.
Yeah, yeah, probably not a lot, huh? So I wonder what is happening there indeed. It's probably the sets that are.
Okay.
Yeah, like a board that's 8-5-4, he's gonna have pocket sixes, pocket sevens, pocket nines, right?
Pocket fours sometimes.
Yeah, right. So he's gonna have, if he doesn't have a set, like there's just gonna be a lot of bad cards that come that make the board so coordinated. It's gonna be hard for us to defend.
We don't, maybe we don't want to build a pot indeed. That's it's hard to defend.
Alright,
With rag board, we are less scared.
on straight draw board, we still are betting mostly the king eye ones, followed by the jack eye ones, and then the 10 eye ones. So for out of position, we have our key cards locked up. And then if we turn a key card, I guess we're gonna go for it as well. Pretty cool. Now let's look a little bit into the hijack strategy. Root check, should start. Here. So this should be the hijack on dry boards. A side dry boards. I don't see very much here on dry boards. Still not much.
If you look at it, the range are pretty similar between under the gun and hijack calling, except for ace ace and ace king and ace king king and king queen. Okay.
So like in position strategy is like. Okay, yeah, that sums it up.
Still find it strange that queen high boards are not. So.
So on pair cards. Bet small half of the time, check half of the time. Mostly bet, actually.
Yeah, it's 50-50, yeah, almost.
Yeah. On pair cards again,
But that's
Yeah,
with the high cards.
straight boards.
We bet more on the low ones. Only small bets. Yeah, you see on I think on high connected boards that you see a lot of big bets is because you either hit pretty hard or you don't hit it with a lot of your range. And on low boards there are a lot more medium strength hands, so more small betting. Of course there are sets on low boards, but not that much. On high boards there are a lot of two pairs, draws, straights, top pairs. It's more big value hands. 10 high and lower. So this could be, if you look at the tens, that could be ace 10-9, for instance, or ace 10-8, or king 10-8, or 10-8 deuce, or
Looks like there's something going on here.
yeah, but I think there are a lot of good hands there, good draws and 2 pairs. So there's a lot of big betting because you have big value hands and that want protection probably. Because there are also a lot of draws available.
Josh, somebody obviously asked this before I got here, but how do you have a 4-high board and a 3-high board? Are those paired?
Sorry?
When we're looking at
Oh,
the
that's a
T,
3 deuce board.
okay, so it's like 3-3 deuce or 3 deuce deuce, and you had 12 of those boards.
That can be ace 3 deuce, king 3 deuce, queen 3 deuce, because it's depicting the draw card.
Oh, okay.
It's the card that is in the draw, not the high card
Okay.
diagram.
Gotcha.
Also a diagram with high card with straight draws, but then the straight draw is, yeah, that can be anywhere. This gives more sense where the draws are. So this is indeed straight draw. And now the 7 high can be 7-3 deuce, or 7-6 deuce, or ace 7-6. So you don't know where the draw is.
Alright, now facing the bet, let's see, facing the bet from. In position. So what is in position doing when under the gut bets here? On monotone boards, he just calls, never
Oh.
raises.
I think on all boards it's just calling most of the time. Maybe on low boards it's raising.
On dry boards, we're mostly just calling. Oh, the overview now.
Yeah, and on low boards there is some raising, but
And we meet MDF all the time.
Meet MDF across all textures, even over meet MDF.
you don't fold. Have you ever been in a player pool that doesn't overfold on the flop? Being out of position? Don't see that a lot.
Not a sober one.
No, indeed. That's a bit strange. I never saw that before, actually. That we actually meet MDF and then out of position even. So strange.
Imagine the call we have to do here. We have to call with a lot.
Yeah, but we have a lot of overcards on all these boards.
Your range is super narrow. What do you play like 8% of heads? To about maybe 9.5? Oh, it's wider than I thought.
8.5.
9, yeah, 9. So, it's all pretty good, right?
Yeah, but this is out of position. This is for in position now.
Right, so
And in
here on
position range is even
board,
stronger. You have the high pairs.
And this is under the gun opens and hijack calls, not hijack re-raise. This isn't a three bet.
Hijack calls indeed, yeah.
Yeah, just call, just super, super tight.
Straight board, the same thing. So I guess he always just calls. Never raises, meet MDF across all textures. Okay, and now if we check from under the gun and we face the bet from the hijack, the small bet. So on dry boards, not much.
Oh, that was. Ah, wait a minute.
This is the monotone, we just call. We
That
don't
was
meet
the
MDF
position
here,
call. Okay.
don't call as much as him.
No, I was wrong. Yeah, it was the
And also
imposition. that we showed,
Also
before.
don't raise even less than him.
Hello,
We're really captain hijack too.
a little bit better.
We cap ourselves pre-flop.
Can I mute you, Chris? You're on your phone. Okay, the overview facing the small bet. Now we see something very clean.
Bit big on the low boards.
So on ace high board, we just call, we never raise. But on king high boards, queen high boards, and jack high boards, we start to raise more and more and more. So so between the jack and the, oh, jack high boards and lower, we check raise a lot.
Yeah, more than 20%.
It's about,
If on the lower the board, the more we
Oh,
use big bets. More than 20% on jack and lower boards.
it looks like we only raise about 12% globally roughly, across all flops.
Fold, almost 20. Yeah, I think almost a third of the boards are ace high actually, yeah? Or king high. No, no.
All right, you gotta look at that too.
Yeah. There's only one two high board. It's deuce, deuce, deuce. 2, 2, 2. Oh, I don't have that in here. The 429, 85 are ace high and 86 king high. Even. So it's more than half together.
Alright,
There's something you have to keep in mind. If you look at these stats, that the ace, king, and queen high, of course, there are more ace and king and queen high boards than other boards.
on pair board.
Is that just a product of the number of subsets or is that just something that you see across all flops?
That's across all flops. That's logical, eh? I mean, if there's a deuce on board, there's a chance there's a higher card on board.
Sure.
Right? The chance is almost 100%. But if there's an ace on board, there is no higher card on board. And with a queen, there are higher cards, ace and king. With jack, there are more higher cards. So it's less frequent jack high than ace high. But these are paired cards, so that's evenly distributed. Normally.
Alright. I don't see very much here.
Yeah, you could say the ace high board is It's different from the others. But you only have 3 of them, so that's not much to go on. And the low ones are a bit bigger. Yeah. On average. But there are only a few boards of those, so be careful to make big conclusions here. So you could say 20% check raising and then on low boards more. Well, yeah, something like 20%. An 8 lower or something like that, I think.
Yeah.
9 lower. It's pretty similar on the previous what we saw.
What is this?
This is checking, huh? Calling, I mean. You don't meet MDF actually. Queen plus boards. That's also a trend. The less you meet MDF, the more you check raise. The less you can defend, the more you do it by raising. Otherwise, you can see bet too much. That's 10 and lower indeed. Check raise more than 20% if the board is 10 and lower. And on the low boards, we use bigger sizings. It's repeating itself. Huh? On the low boards, we use bigger sizings.
All right.
Hey, guys.
Hi, what's up, Tim? Okay, so found some pretty good patterns here. I think that's all we have. Tons of graphs.
Yeah.
Alright,
But,
alright, so let's do GTO training for 15 minutes now.
see if we can bring it into practice.
Louis Philippe, it was so interesting to me that after, you showed us pre-flop ninja, but then poker coaching introduced a very similar thing. It's cool to see.
Uh, what did they introduce? I didn't see it.
I didn't see
There's
it.
a GTO quiz function. It's quite similar to pre-flop ninja overall. You get, a situation like, single raised in front of you from the low jack, you're in the button with 40 big blinds. Do you, raise, call, or fold?
Is that in the
that-
quiz section?
Is that just on the app?
It's on the app. I haven't tried it from the browser yet, but I'm sure if it's on the app, it should be on the browser. Yeah, it was just rolled out a couple of days ago. I got an email and just tried it out one time.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be very
So-
sweet. Then. We
Yeah,
don't
I
have-
already tried the tool, the pre-flop one from poker coaching, and I really liked it.
I liked it. It was nice it moves fast, it seems accurate. Like I didn't find anything that was weird. The only thing I haven't figured out is I can't go and look at my ranges like I can in pre-flop ninja. And that's really nice when you're like, oh yeah, I know I'm folding there, but I wonder what my 3-betting range is. It's nice to be able to look at that.
Yeah,
And is that in the quiz section or what is that in the?
It was in its own section. It's like in the app, kind of by where like the pre-flop charts are, if you look at the
Okay,
charts.
that's in the tools section normally.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's only on the app. I don't see it.
Yeah, I
on
think
the-
it's only on the app. I don't see it. In the
Oh, interesting that they haven't implemented on browser. Okay.
yeah, Good
Yeah,
ask.
so it's charts and tools. So like I have my push fold charts, the pre-flop charts, and then pre-flop quizzes. Yep.
it's really, really cool, man.
oh, that's cool if they have it. I think you can use an Android simulator on your PC and then use the app.
That's fair. You could. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
We're gonna try it out then.
I think I'm gonna try that because that's easier on PC than on my small phone.
Check.
Check a lot on monotone boards. Go check. What do we do?
Check.
I think now
I think we
we.
could check one more time. I'm sure we'll mix
I
some.
think we could bet there.
Ooh,
The jack was one of our key cards though, right?
Yeah, but the board is pretty
yeah,
damn.
but on monotone, it seems like we're checking all the time.
Yeah,
And King 10 is in his range, Queen Jack is in his range, a straight board now. Oh.
But it's also in our range too.
True, but we are out of position.
I think this is a bluff catcher. I think we want to check call.
Yeah,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh no, it's a best one. I thought about betting.
Wow.
it's a
That's
block
funny.
bet. Yeah, block
Yeah.
bet.
Oh, do we
But
call?
now that we checked,
Now you
I
have
think
to
you have
fold.
I think.
Do we have to fold?
Yeah, I think folding.
Are you sure? I would call here.
I'm calling.
I
So
was
this is like,
Calling.
Oh, aces and threes.
What-
Yeah, I guess you have to.
Well, we don't block any bluffs, but
Call it off.
yeah, it's a call. Yeah, I feel like
Alright.
that's
It's not a
that's top
pretty
of
call.
range.
We misplayed
No.
with the block bet. That's one of the things I have to learn, when to block bet and when not to block bet.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, you see if the turn goes check, that you block bet more than on other situations.
I think this here, like, we can check 80% of the time, but we can bet 20% of the time because we have the spade.
okay. Let's
I
check
guess
this
that's
one.
kind of reasonable. Maybe less than 20%.
Yeah, that's,
Hey,
Yeah, very close.
here, I don't know.
I don't mind.
I want to bet. I still don't want to bet.
I wanna check.
one check, check. We have a spade, no heart. I think I bet.
But no,
Yeah, you can't bet big, I think. So.
Yeah, I think betting small is good enough. I mean, we're way ahead or way behind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're-
okay.
The five's a bad card for us. Right?
Yeah,
Well, I think he's just checking back some
Really,
aces.
he doesn't really have, I feel like his calling range is a lot of kind of mid-connected stuff, right?
We have as much sets as he has. So the 5's not bad for us. It's not good for us.
Yeah, it's not really bad for us.
I think it's a check call river.
Yeah,
yeah.
this might be a check call. That's gross.
That's good.
I'm
Yeah,
good with
we have
calling
a
here.
blocker
We block the
straight,
I'm
huh?
gonna
flush.
fold with a spade, I guess.
It's
We
a
wanna
fold to
call
the size.
here.
It's
Like when the flush completes like this, having a spade is great to make a
Oh,
call.
right.
Yep.
So I'm calling.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think I lean fold, but I
I
might.
don't
go-
like it, but I call here.
Ooh.
Oh, but we
And
win.
Got
we
him.
win.
You got him.
Yes,
Yeah.
enough bluffs.
Pretty big mistake
Man, that's
here.
that's spewing 36 chips, man.
Wow, wow.
Pretty big mistake. Oh, well, I'm a station.
But I would station with you here.
Yeah, me too.
So we're just supposed to try to check down with these and
Yeah,
get
not
the river as
bad,
cheap as
and then-
possible.
yeah. I guess if we check all the way down, we call one bet, it's fine.
Yeah,
But
it's
since we
cheaper.
bet, it wants to fold. Oh, 10 eye boards. 10 is a key card. We bet a lot small.
Yeah, I'm betting, yeah. He doesn't have kings and kings or aces, so it's good to bet.
It's a bit big here because
It's
of
bet
the
big.
nature of our hand, but I think the range wants to bet small.
Yeah, those low over pairs love to bet big, right?
The range bets big,
Yeah, okay.
at least more than small, but also a lot of small.
He's gotta defend probably with his, like, all his 10x is like 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s. You know, obviously that aren't sets, but
Yeah, and he's got some just like ace, queen, ace, jack stuff in his range that he's calling.
Okay, we need to bet every pocket pair here pretty big. And every flush
As you see,
draw,
you mix every hand, so that's difficult to implement.
but not for the suited area because it's all hearts.
Oh, true, yeah.
Louis, can you look at like jacks and queens? Do we bet big more without the heart? That's my instinct.
Not a lot, but we do a bit.
We bet bigger without the heart.
Right.
Seems like
Yeah,
we're
it's not a
betting
big
just
difference,
as
yeah.
often, but we use bigger sizes without the heart, or at least without the jack of heart.
Yeah, a bit, but not that much.
When I'm splitting, that's often how I'm doing it there. If my jacks want to go big or not.
So I guess we go big. 104 or
Yep.
5?
We block his flush draws, so flushes, so and we have still.
I
ours.
wouldn't polarize so much here. I mean, I would just bet 2/3, I think, 65%.
I would also bet 2/3 pot.
But it's kind of a weird one because we don't really have a, yeah, we don't really have a polarized hand. It's,
Why don't we have
Yeah.
a polarized hand? There's a nut hand.
It's only a pair. There's a flush on the board. He could still have sets.
It's only a pair. It's a big pair. He doesn't have better pairs.
Yeah, he doesn't hit.
I
We
guess-
don't need a
this
lot of, we
board's a
don't
little
need a lot
weird.
of, we don't need a lot of protection either. So I'm just happy betting 65 here.
We wanna bet.
one of the
we
interesting
wanna be
things about
called
this
by a
board is,
10.
The
neither of
board
us
is
really has two
polarizing.
pairs.
I mean,
He
Yeah.
can
We don't have
float with like
straights.
nines with the heart, 8s with the heart, 7s with the
Easily.
heart, like his
Also-
ace heart, X.
so are we saying that we don't have cards in our range that want to bet big?
I think we have some, but I don't think this hand does.
Well, like, yeah, that's the thing. This hand sometimes draws out in a lower flush. Like, we can get there against Jack 10 of hearts, for example, you know?
Yeah, but
Whereas,
Alright, let's see the sizing. It's betting small.
The problem is if we
It's
bet and
smaller.
he shoves, it's really bad for the value of our hand.
Well, I don't think so. I would call it off.
I would call it off.
You can call it off, but if he shoves there, are you gonna be ahead? Right? When he
Sometimes.
I think.
Does he shove any ace of heart X? We'll see.
Probably.
Oh. Probably not. He's in position, right?
Yeah, but probably he has some bluffs.
Like the ace of hearts 10 might, because he's already got one pair.
No, ace hard jack. Because the jack is worthless. Actually hard to say what he ranges are so narrow. That's
So if he shoves, we call.
Check. Ball.
Look at this, we bet a lot here.
I guess because he's
Well,
got
high
the
card.
ace and the backdoor flush. I don't know.
Queen high is supposed to be bad for us. We
Mm.
call.
Yeah, and I don't want to get raised. I feel like this is a hand I could check call with, so I hate to bet and get raised.
Okay, so
no, I
we
would
fold
check.
this
I
one?
would check fold. I would not call.
Since he used the bigger size, we fold this back door.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
I
you
guess.
check call here if he bets? No, I wouldn't.
Oof. That,
Could I call if he bets small? I mean, that's what I'm thinking. I could just comfortably call if he bets small.
Not comfortably.
Nope. We cannot
No.
call even the small bet.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
big
the reason you raised. It's a bluff.
Well, remember, like, he's supposed to small bet a lot, right? So when he big bets, he's very polarized there.
Yeah, but this was a small bet that Louis showed us or not?
So he's 65, right?
65, that's this against 65, but against a small bet, it looks like the.
He still folds against small bet.
Yeah.
You have a lot better hands to call. Ace 10 is much better. Every jack, every queen. Out of position,
Right.
backdoors don't count.
things with a gut shot, we prefer king 9, 10, 8 rather than ace 8.
But
Yeah,
on
you
all those
also
hands-
have
on all
the
those
direct
hands,
outs, not backdoors.
Don't all those hands also call the big bet? Ace 10,
Okay.
9?
I'm checking here too. This might be, I'm just checking.
Yeah, you
I
can
think check
raise,
call.
you can call.
You
bet.
could-
Under's
You
a
could
check.
check raise queen 9 of spades.
Yeah,
I
you
kinda
can-
like betting.
can
Yeah,
also
but
like,
like
what's he
king
do-
eye boards, so king eye boards are better for us. We wanna bet small a lot, so that. might
Yeah,
be-
like we can get him to
True.
fold like pocket sixes, right?
I think I check here.
Bet small.
And some ace X.
lot.
He'll fold some ace X starting here.
50-50 almost. A bit more than.
You got to barrel twice then, right?
I don't know, maybe.
The deuce is not improving our range. Huh? Also not his, but
If we're deeper, this is a spot to overbet when none of the draws get there.
he
Here,
actually
I
calls.
kinda
He
wanna go pot.
overcalls, yeah, so he has a lot of junk still. So we can bet,
So
I
we
think.
could
Yeah,
pot
he's
it.
got a
I
bunch of
like
junk.
potting. I like that.
Yeah, I
a
like
lot.
potting.
He has
it.
also still a lot of junk.
He's folding so
He
many.
still has ace
underpairs.
highs that are gonna float, ace
Wow.
queen, ace jack,
Against a
ace
small
10.
bet, he's supposed to over defend. So
Yeah, that's right. He's over meeting MDF, so he has a lot of junk here.
And
So
he's
we
got pocket
still a lot
pairs
of
that can
junk,
still
so-
fold.
160?
I don't know. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
maybe
pot it.
160 is too big.
No, it's 160.
Yeah, it's 160. Yeah.
Never checks.
Those disconnected, nothing completes on the turn, those are big bet spots, like really typically.
Hmm,
I have a hard time, stacking off here now. I think I give up.
yeah, I think we need to give up after the pot size.
I don't-
Yeah, we block his continuation flushes, huh, so we have to give up. I think.
Not always, just like nothing got there.
Yeah,
Ugh.
but we have queen 9 of spades. That's the worst hand we can have.
Yeah, and
Almost.
he called a pot size turn bet, so
Yeah,
like
rip
he should
it.
have something.
He blocks
I'm
spades.
gonna rip it
block 9-8.
sometimes.
I mean, we can get like maybe eights to fold or ten.
Exactly, eights is the
jacks.
kind of hand that I wanna fold. I don't ever
It's
wanna get
just one of
pot
the
He
spades.
doesn't have a lot of those. He's gonna
What
have.
does
it-
he have
he's
still?
gonna
huh?
have him with the
We
spade
did,
on the
we did
flop,
bet
I
pop on
guess.
the turn, so he doesn't have a lot of ace X.
He only has ace
Actually-
high flush draws.
Yeah, but we block the flush draws, so we don't.
I'm
I like that
jamming.
we don't block, I like that we don't block 7x, like he should have like 8-7 suited, 7-6 suited, and And
Yeah, but also
Well,
nine.
he has some of those.
We block 9/7 suited.
We block nine. Does he have 9/7?
No.
Oh,
But
all
he
in,
doesn't
Louis.
have 8/7
No.
either.
You don't have 9/7. He
Doesn't
doesn't even
have,
have 9,
suited
doesn't even have
connectors.
9/8.
All in, Louis. You
Doesn't
can't
have
win if
suited
you
Sips in
don't.
him at all.
Rip it.
No.
He calls it
Oh.
off with ace-7.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's why we shouldn't rip.
I wanted to
Dude, I'm-
check. He
Oh,
called
I'm
the
gonna
cut size
fish.
on the turn. We're
Yeah, but
giving
you have to
up.
I'm gonna
I didn't
fish
think he would
tag him
call
for
with
that.
the
The rarest
7.
hand
to be
he can
honest.
He calls ace-7 on the river, fish tag immediately.
Yeah, I think he's gotta start
Snap
folding some
ball.
pairs.
You betting queen 9, fish tag immediately in my book.
Dude, I'm betting it because they
You-
always fold. Every time they
Maniac.
fold, alright?
Yeah.
Like, they
I tag
literally
you.
only
call you
If I
there.
see it.
They literally only call you there with ace-4. Like, literally only with ace-4 and slow played ace-king. Because they're
But
only
what are
calling
we
you.
betting with? Do we
Just
bet with
quit.
8?
Queen 9 doesn't bet there?
No, of course not. Not queen
No.
9 suited.
That surprises me. You can't win.
Yeah, but you have spades. You
You
block.
polarize the
value.
turn, so
Yeah.
he's got a lot of,
Value.
most of his hands are made.
Block
That's
his
the problem.
continuation range. So
I
I guess
expected
we
to
have to-
see, I expected to see 8s or 10s, to be honest there.
Oh, I thought they would fold. I thought 8s would fold, like,
But I guess
It-
we have to have a couple give ups on every street,
I
so.
was still giving up, but I thought 8s might fold. I just didn't think it was enough of a target.
After he calls the pot size on the turn, he has the equity advantage. Straight up. he
That's why I
has-
want him to get him pulled better.
Oh my god, Tim. Not,
Oh,
not
shoot.
middle part of the range, like.
All right,
Dude, I'm not
Matt's,
trying to get worse to fold. I'm trying to get better to fold, okay?
Matt's starting.
I got his webinar up, but I haven't heard anything yet.
Yeah.
but
Well, I just saw it
always
hit,
learned that
It
flush
hasn't started.
draws are not bluffed on the river.
It hasn't started yet. I got it up.
Almost
Okay.
never.
When it starts, I'll let you know.
Alright, when it starts, yeah, we're gonna wrap it up and see you guys at the math webinar. We're gonna
It could be,
continue.
sometimes they're off an hour, so that's why I put it up in case it don't start.
What do we do here? We have a spade. It's a king eye board. We
King
bet
board.
small. We bet
King
small.
and 10.
We
think
got good
this
blockers,
super
yeah. I
connected
like betting
board-
there.
This is one where we might size up to 65 because of the double straight draws. Yeah.
Alright. No.
I'm still,
we
I
check the
think we
turn.
check it.
We're
Now
gonna,
we
looks like we're
fold?
gonna go bet check out of position a lot. on
I have
these
to
high-
Folds, yeah.
High textures.
Yeah, okay.
What's going on?
You guys are spews.
It's a good thing we're studying this spot.
These are hard
Yeah.
spots, man.
Out of
Well, and this
position.
is a weird one.
Take a
The like
lot.
mid position flat collar. It's a weird spot.
I hate being out of position as
Yeah,
the
we also-
opener.
I check.
I need to
Check.
King eye board, we bet small.
I
Yeah, I
margin
check, I
there.
check here. It's
My
good
hand's
to
too
see.
good. I don't wanna get
Value.
raised. I
You
can check
guys should
call.
bet small, just based on it's a king eye board, we mostly bet every one of them small.
I
I
can
check.
Check
check
call.
call.
I
Check
check.
call.
I'm betting.
Oh,
Makes sense.
2 to 1. Yeah, either way.
Bet
Alright.
again,
Good card for us.
bet
But
again.
I think we
Yes, less
just keep
kings
it
now.
small.
Bet.
All
Yes,
three
less kings
sizes
now,
are
so we
good.
bet.
I was gonna say, don't you go pot here on that
Yeah.
king?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
also you have small, weirdly enough. You have everything.
You know, I
Queen eye
stacked,
board, that's bad. We check.
65 is safe. Oh, we have straight.
I'm
check.
betting this.
We check.
And I think we're shallow enough that we don't even need to check raise. We can just check call this sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, no. It's not a check, alright.
Well, check raise.
We don't block his continuation range, so we indeed bet. Yeah,
We wanna
check
get
raise
stacks
small?
in, raise it up.
I think we raise.
Yeah.
Raise big.
I'll
Black,
just call.
With a lot.
Oh, call is the thing.
I think a 9 is a card we're supposed to probably check on a lot.
I disagree. I think it's a blast card.
blast.
177.
There we go. Oh, no,
Oh,
that's a bad
oh,
one.
Stupid card.
That's a bad one. We're gonna have to
Why
go
is
all
that
in.
bad one? Why is that
It's-
a bad one?
It's fine, it's fine. What do you mean it's a bad?
It
He's
just kills our
gonna have
action.
He's gonna have so many
Right.
full houses now. It's
He
ridiculous.
has ace king, he
Just have
has
ace
a
king.
full house. This is
Rip,
a
rip, rip.
terrible time.
Almost.
don't have
Put-
ace king.
put your chips
You
in.
don't have ace king in
Put your chips
range.
in.
No, it's a check. It's so bad that it's a check. We were just dead.
It's
It's
one
almost
chip
even in
difference.
EV, yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, it's
Big
one chip.
Wow.
The spew continues.
Her range is
but
just so
even in-
tight. He's got so many full houses now. Like it's.
The
I
computer
should have
gets,
check raise bigger, I mean.
I wish I got to pick what hands I get like the computer does.
9-eye, we
nine-eye
bet.
board. That's pretty good for us. Do we bet?
Yeah, we bet because this is a shit hand.
No, it's not a bet at all.
Alright, the webinar starting.
Out of position.
Did it?
I'm glad that the webinar starts because we're spewing.
Alright,
Yeah.
alright.
Later.
See you guys later.
In an hour.
All right.
See you
Alright.
guys.
Asistente en modo de solo escucha.